Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay game.
Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, it's Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. As these guys are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Tua. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Looking to pass. Tua. They set up the screen. H.A. has it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 57 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch out their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. On first down, Purdy. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And they'll take him to the ground quickly, but he's able to get it down to the 41-yard line. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing here, Purdy. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Tua, a final shot before half. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Purdy now to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 73 yards. And the 49ers he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Tua now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane, 33 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question... where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now Hill to return it. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 34-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
32-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw here is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. He can't get him down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Hands it off out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And this pass caught by Gray. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will remain an 18-point lead. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They're going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. They go play action here. Purdy. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw, Purdy. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Nice nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Connects with Kittle underneath. Finding space at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. Right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Purdy looking to throw. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
He's going to try and take off with it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Niners 35, Dolphins 17.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Hey, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That is caught. And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. So it's a win for the Niners here. And it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes, ran for another, and really had this defense grasping for straws throughout much of this ball game.
So for San Francisco, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the